Hi everybody, this is a continuation of the text analysis of the taming of the shrew. So Tranio and Lucentio, they are in Padua. So Lucentio fell in love with Bianca upon looking at her right away. So Lucentio is asking Tranio of the advice what to do about achieving love. So Tranio said, "Redime capcum quam quias minimo." So basically it says that it is time to buy back at the lowest cost. In other words, Tranio is saying, let's do something in order to achieve your love with Bianca. So Lucentio in return is saying to Tranio, Gramercy's lad, go forward. So thank you, Tranio. Go forward, go with your advice. This content, your advice already, it is quite satisfying. Your advice is quite satisfying, so the rest will comfort for thy counsel sound. I know that the rest of the advice, rest of your advice would be excellent as well. So I know that the rest of your advice will be excellent, so continue with your advice. So the Tranio is saying, Master, you look so lonely on the maid. Perhaps you mark not what's the peace of all. So Tranio is saying, Master, you look so lonely. You look so focused. Right? Look so focused with Bianca. Perhaps you mark not. So maybe you missed what's the peace of all. What's the point of all? You missed the point of this situation. No? Lucentio is saying, oh yes, I saw sweet beauty in her face, such as the daughter of Agenor had, that made great Jove to humble him to her hand. So here it is saying, no, oh yes, I saw sweet beauty in Bianca's face, just like the beauty of the daughter of Agenor had. So Lucentio is comparing the beauty of Bianca to the beauty of the daughter of Agenor. So here Shakespeare is using another allusion by mentioning the daughter of Agenor, right? So allusion, you guys remember the literary technique allusion, right? Using more famous artwork inside your work. So this time Shakespeare is using a Greek mythology. So in Greek mythology, we have a human king named Agenor. Agenor is a king, and he's a human, and he had a beautiful daughter. Her beautiful daughter's name was Europa. Okay, she's also a human. So she was so beautiful that the maid great Jove to humble him to her hand. So Jove is the Zeus, right? God of God is Zeus. So in like Greek mythology, the love between God and human is forbidden. Not allowed to love with each other, God and human. But Zeus, he come across with Europa one day and fell in love right away. So he humbled him to her hand. So the love with Europa made Zeus humble. Made the love of Europa, made Zeus obey the human. So that's how beautiful Europa was. Even Europa could make the great god of God, Zeus, obey order. So when with his knees he kissed the Cretan stand, so he is refers to the Zeus, Jove. So since the love between the god and human were forbidden, Zeus, what he did was he turned into a bull. Right? So he kidnapped her. He kidnapped Europa and took her to a Cretan strand. Okay? Cretan strand. So strand is a piece of land. Okay? Piece of land bordering sea, or lake. So strand is referring to the small piece of land. So when you say the Cretan strand, let me show you the Cretan strand here. See, you see this small island here? So this is a Cretan strand. This piece of land is called a strand. Okay? So you have Turkey here, and you have Greece, and Creta is a small island off of the coast of the Greece. So this piece of land is called strand, and this is a Cretan strand. So since the love between the God and human not allowed, so the Zeus turned into a bull and kidnapped her and take her to the Cretan strand in order to achieve his love with this human, Europa. So Zeus was quite desperate with the love of Europa. So I guess Lucentio is comparing his love with the love of Zeus, saying that how desperate Lucentio is about the love of Bianca. Okay? So the Tranio says, so you know more? Oh, that's all you see? So Tranio is asking Lucentio, is that all you saw? So here means that's all you noticed? That's all you noticed about the Bianca? Not anymore? So marked you not how her sister began to scold and raise up such a storm that mortal ears might hardly endure the din. So haven't you seen? So I'm going to erase my memo, okay? So I need more space. I'm going to erase my memo. So here means marked you not? Haven't you seen how her sister, how Catherine began to scold Bianca and raise up such a storm, and she make a fuss, Catherine make a trouble and make a noise, that mortal ears might hardly endure the din, so the human ears cannot really endure the loud sound. So Tranio is asking questions. Hey, Lucentio, you only see the beauty of Bianca. Haven't you seen how Catherine is causing a trouble and like scolding Bianca and make a lot of noise that's really difficult to endure? And Lucentio is saying, Tranio, I saw her lips to move, and with a breath she did perfume the air. So Lucentio is only like focused on Bianca. Lucentio didn't see anything at all. He didn't see any Baptista, he didn't notice any Catherine. So Lucentio just keeps on talking about Bianca. So I saw coral lips. You know, coral is like a plant, skeleton plant that lives inside the ocean, right? So here, coral lips means like, it means beautiful or colorful lips. Okay, so let me show you the coral. This is a coral, okay? Coral, the picture of coral. Oops. And also, this is another example of coral, right? So when you say the coral, it means something beautiful, something colorful. So Lucentio is saying that I only saw the Bianca's beautiful lips moving, and with her breath, she did perfume the air. So when she breathed, her smell was so sweet. It smells like a perfume. Okay? So Lucentio is seriously in love with Bianca, and he only sees good things about Bianca. So her Bianca is so sacred and sweet was all I saw in her. So only thing I see from Bianca, from that side, is something sacred, something holy, okay? And something sweet. So Lucentio is really in love with Bianca. So Tranio is saying, nay, then it's time to stir him from his trance. So Tranio now realized that, oh, Lucentio is so in love with Bianca, he has to wake up the Lucentio from this status. So that's why Tranio is saying, now it's time to stir him from his trance. Trance, no, this is a status, right? Trance is your mental status, like half conscious, and half asleep. Trance is the status you are in a half conscious and half asleep status. So basically, Trenio is saying, now it is time. It is time to wake him up. It's time to wake up Lucentio. So I pray, wake, sir. So Trenio is saying, please wake up, sir. If you love the maid, bend thought and wit to achieve her. So if you love Bianca, you have to bend thought and wit to achieve her. So bend thought and wit, it means you have to bend thought and wit. It means you have to figure out. You have to figure out to win the love of Bianca. So thus it stands. So here is the situation. Her eldest sister is so cursed and shrewd that till the father read his hands on her, master, your love must leave a maid at home. So her eldest sister Catherine, so cursed, right? Catherine is so wild and shrewd, and Trenio is saying that Catherine is even cursed and shrewd. So until the father read his hands of her, until the father find the husband, Catherine, and send Catherine away, master, your love is Bianca, right? Your love, Bianca must leave a maid. Bianca must leave as a maid. Maid is a single lady who is not married at home. So Bianca should stay at home and unable to marry because of father. So therefore, has he closely mew her up. So, now Baptista mew her up. You guys remember the meaning, mew her up, right? Locked her up, locked Bianca up at the house because she'll not be annoyed with suitors. So Bianca is not going to be annoyed by any mates, any suitors, only like staying at home, locked up, until Baptista find the husband for Catherine first. So we have to do something about this in order to achieve your love, master. And Lucentio is saying, oh, Trenio, what a cruel father is he. Oh, Trenio, what a cruel father he is, Baptista. But although not advised, he took some care to get our cunning schoolmaster to instruct her. But at the same time, haven't you noticed, right? Haven't you noticed? Her father told people that he is looking for a skillful, cunning means skillful, right? Skillful schoolmaster to instruct her. So haven't you noticed that Baptista is looking for a teacher to educate Bianca? Oh, Mary, am I, sir? And now 'tis plot. So, oh yes, I remember. Now 'tis plot. Now I have a plan. And Lucentio is saying, I have it, Trenio, I have it too. Master, for my hand, both our inventions meet and jump in one. Oh, master, I guess our plan is the same. I guess both our inventions meet up means, I guess we have a same plan. And Lucentio is saying, tell me thine first. So, what's yours? Tell me yours. And Trenio is saying, you'll be a schoolmaster, undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your device. So, I guess you'll be a schoolmaster, sir, and you begin teaching Bianca. That's your device, that's your plan. It is, may it be done? Do you think it's possible? Trenio is saying, not possible, for who shall bear your part? Being Padua here, Vincentio's son, keep house and ply his book, welcome his friends, visit his countrymen, and banquet them. Oh, I don't think it's possible, sir, because who shall bear your part? If you become a schoolmaster, who will be playing your role? So, we don't have no one to play your role, and no one to be here in Padua as a son of Vincentio, and keep your house, and study your book, and welcome your friends, and visit your countrymen, and have a dinner with them. We don't have a person who will play all kind of this your role. Therefore, this plan It's not possible, sir. And Lucentio is saying, Basta, contenti. Look, contenti. Don't worry, for I have it full, because I have a plan. So, contenti, don't worry. I have a plan, Tranio. We have not yet been seen in any house, nor can we lie distinguish by our faces for man or master. So, fortunately, until here, no one seen our face. So no one can tell, no one can distinguish our face, who is the master and who is the servant. So then it follows thus. So I have a plan. Thou shalt be master, Tranio, in my stead. Keep house and port and servant as I should. So my plan is, you, Tranio, instead of me, Tranio, you be a master. You be a Lucentio. And you keep my house. And you keep my port. And you instruct my servant. You manage my servant, as I do. I will some other be, some Florentine, some Neapolitan, or meaner man of Pisa. And meanwhile, I'll be some other schoolmaster. Maybe a schoolmaster from Florentine, or a schoolmaster from Naples, right? Famous Naples, Italy. Person from Naples. I'll pretend a schoolmaster who came from a Napoleon, or a meaner man of Pisa, or some some poor man from Pisa. I'll pretend as someone else, as a schoolmaster, and you will be me, Lucentio. 'Tis hatched and shall be so, Tranio, at once uncased. So 'tis hatched. So 'tis hatched. This is a really famous sentence in Shakespeare's drama. You will be able to see a lot of this sentence, 'tis hatched, in Shakespeare's drama. It means the plan is ready. Our plan is ready. 'Tis done. 'Tis hatched. So it shall be so, Tranio, at once uncased. Take off your clothes. Take my color hat and cloak, and take instead of your clothes, take my hat and cloak, and when Biondello comes, he waits on thee. So Biondello, you guys remember, Biondello is another servant of Lucentio. So when Biondello comes to Padua, Biondello can serve you. Wait on thee means can serve. Biondello can be a servant for you, Tranio. But I will charm him first to keep his tongue. So I'll figure out the way to keep Biondello quiet. Okay? So what do you need? Okay. So what do you need? So Tranio is saying, you'd better do that. Okay, you'd better execute your own plan. In brief, sir, since your pleasure is, and I am tired to be obedient, for so your father charged me at our parting, be serviceable to my son, quoth he, although I think it was in another sense, I'm content to be Lucentio, because so well I love Lucentio. So in short, sir, so since it's your pleasure, right? Well, since it is your pleasure, since you want to do it, I'm tied to be obedient. I'm nothing but a servant. I have to follow your order. I have to obey your order, Lucentio. Plus, 4, because, and in addition, your father charged me at our parting when we left. When we left Pisa, your father asked me, be serviceable to my son, quoth he. He said, your father said, be serviceable to my son. So do good, serve my son well. Although your father told me to serve you well, although I think it was in another sense, well, I guess when your father told me to serve you well, maybe I guess he is literally telling me to serve you well, right? He doesn't say to pretend acting as a Lucentio, But, I have no choice. You're my master. I have to obey your order. So I'm content to be Lucentio. So I'm satisfied to be Lucentio because so well I love Lucentio. I love Lucentio, so I'm happy. I'm satisfied to act as a Lucentio. And your father told me to be serviceable to you, so I'm going to obey your order. Lucentio saying, Tranio, be so because Lucentio loves. So Tranio, please, yes, please do that. Pretend as me because, I'm in love. I love. You said you love me and I'm in love. I'm in love with Bianca, so please do that. And let me be a slave to achieve that maid, whose sudden sight hath enthralled my wounded eye. So, captured. So I want to be like a slave in order to achieve the Bianca. In order to win the love of Bianca, I'm going to be a slave to Bianca. So whose sudden sight, Bianca's sight, had captured my wounded eye. I guess this wounded eye means like your eye is wounded means you're in love. Lucentio is in love with Bianca's love. So he is saying that, I have wounded eyes. And here comes the rogue. And here comes the villain. It refers to a Biondello. Okay? So enter Biondello. So Biondello comes, Sira, where have you been? So look, where have you been, Biondello? Why are you so late? Where have you been, Biondello? And Biondello says, where have I been? Nay, how now? Where are you? Where have I been? What do you mean? Where are you, master? Master, has my fellow Tranio stolen your clothes? Now, you guys remember that Lucentio is putting on the Tranio's clothes and Tranio putting on Lucentio's clothes in order to switch the role. So Biondello does not know what's going on, so they're asking question, has my fellow Tranio stolen your clothes? Why Tranio is in your clothes, sir? Or stolen, or you stolen his clothes, Lucentio? Or both? Pray, what's the news? What's going on? And Lucentio is saying, Shira, come here, look, come here, Biondello. It's no time to jest. So, and therefore frame your manners to the time. So here means it's no time to jest. Here it means it's no time to joke, no time to play. Okay, so here frame your manners to the times. Come and frame your manners to the time. Means sober up. Okay, wake up. Okay, now it's time. It's no time to play. Let's be serious. Your fellow Tranio here saved my life, puts my apparel and my countenance on, and I, for my escape, have put on this. For in a quarrel, since I came ashore, I killed a man, and fear I was descried. Where you on him, I charge you as becomes, while I make you way from hands to my life. You understand me? So Tranio here, your friend here, is trying to save my life. Okay, so that's why he is putting my clothes and putting my appearance on, because and I, for my escape, have put on this. So in order to escape, I put on the Tranio's clothing. For in a quarrel, since I came ashore, because when I come to Padua, I had a fight, and while I was in a fight, I killed a man. So Lucentio is just making up a story. This Biondello, he is like slow person. He is like slow. He's not bright, not smart. So Lucentio is just not. He just cannot trust Biondello. So Lucentio is just coming up with another story, just to fool Biondello. Biondello probably wouldn't understand the situation fully, even though Lucentio tells the Biondello about his plan to win the love of Bianca. Biondello not going to be able to understand the situation anyway. So Lucentio is just fooling, making an excuse. But he killed a man when he arrived in the Padua. So Tranio is trying to save Lucentio. So Lucentio is saying, I killed a man, I'm in fear, I was described, I'm afraid that somebody might have seen me. So wait you on him. So that's why I put on Tranio's clothing. So wait you on him. You, Biondello, you serve Tranio. Okay? And I charge you as becomes. So I ask you, you serve Tranio and pretend that Tranio is me, Lucentio. while I make way from hands to save my, while I try to escape from here and try to save my life here. So you serve, train you, and pretend that train you is Lucentio. You understand me? You understand? I, sir, never a bit. No, not a thing. So Biondello is not a smart person. Okay? So he doesn't understand anything. So Lucentio is saying, not a jot of a trenio in your mouth. Okay? And not a word. Okay? Not even a T of trenio. Not a word of trenio in your mouth. Don't even mention name trenio. Trenio is changed into Lucentio. Okay? Now trenio is Lucentio. So the better for him, who I was so too. Oh, I'm envy him. I'm envious. Biondello is saying, I'm envious of Trenio, and I wish I could be Lucentio too. So could I, face boy, to have the next wish after that Lucentio indeed had Baptista younger daughter. So Trenio is saying, oh, I wish you could be. I wish you, Biondello, could be the Lucentio too. Even if, only if you, Biondello, become Lucentio, and if we automatically win the love of Bianca, I wish you could be the Lucentio too. So Trenio is saying basically, as long as we can win the love of Bianca, I'm willing to do anything. But Shira, not for my sake, but for your masters, I advise you use your manners discreetly in all kinds of companies. So I'm asking you, Biondello, not for my sake, but for Lucentio's sake. So I tell you, I ask you, you act discreetly, you act carefully, all the time. In all kind of, when we are with other people, when we are around other people, you act carefully, pretend that I am a Trenio. And when I'm alone, why? Then I'm a Trenio. So when I'm alone, you and I, Biondello and Trenio, when we are alone, I'm a Trenio. But in all places else, you're Master Lucentio. But in other cases, when we are with somebody, I'm Lucentio, so you act carefully. And Lucentio is saying, Trenio, let's go. One thing more rest, that I self-excuse to make one thing among these wooers. So, hey, Trenio, now let's go. We have one more business to do. Go with other wooers. Go with other Hortensio and Gremio. And you also woo Bianca. Okay? As a Lucentio, you woo Bianca. If you don't ask me why, suffice. If you ask me why you have to do that, believe me. Okay? Believe me, my reasons are both good and weighty. I know what to do. Now I know what I'm doing, so don't ask me questions. Just go and woo Bianca, just like other people. Okay? So this is how far we're going to cover today. And again, guys, thank you for listening, and thank you for participating. And we'll continue our lesson next time. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Bye.